give you an example of a client of mine who's describing what happens for her in her body and mind when she gets into the same old daily argument with her partner. And what she said was, it's almost like the walls come down, or the fortress. So the words she chose were a metaphor of, walls coming down or coming up, probably important. I can't remember which one it is at this moment. So that's a self-described metaphor, right? She used those words. And so then if I think about that, right, I think, what do we know about a fortress? We know, thank goodness, we can appreciate that as a pretty solid form of protection. So we can appreciate that present state. But we know also walls not only block danger, but they block intimacy. And so then in a way, the metaphor not only lets me know, get on her map a little bit, but it also can give me a sense of what is the bridge then to her desired state. Does she have the dial? Can we install a dial so that as the walls come down, she has a say and doesn't have them come all the way down? Or is there a way, if they're down, she can scale the wall and get over to the other side, whatever it is? And I know I'm speaking in metaphors, I'm describing what her desired state is, but it really gives us a way to work with it. Kind of, almost like using her keywords to backtrack to her. So it is a form of, it's got a lot of overlap with isomorphism. It's got a lot of overlap with keyword backtracking. I'll give you another example, though, if someone doesn't come out with a nice, tidy metaphor like that. I have a different client who, this was a session a couple days ago, who's like, where's my person? I really do want a partner. Kind of feeling alone, and people often disappoint. And this is a particularly insightful, deep, conscious person, certainly that would belong really well in a TNLP community. She also lives in a tiny little town. And so as I'm feeling into that, what she wants is a partner. She wants, kind. And so I'm pulling in my head I got a whole stack of stories and metaphors that I've collected over the years that I use, as reframes and resources, which of course I'll share. And in this one, it's just real quick because usually she'll know the story. We all know the story of the ugly duckling. So real quick, it's basically this little bird grows up thinking it's really, something's wrong with it because it doesn't seem like the other birds. Turns out there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a duck, it's a swan. And when we either retell the story or go real quick to the heart, right? We're finding the resource inside that metaphor or that story is, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not with your like kind. And she gets that immediately, and it gives us a bridge for what we're working on. So she didn't come up with that metaphor, but she knew it or knew it quickly, and it also really provided pretty big reframe and a lot of hope.